time to get out your D20 and your character sheets because we're going to the tabletop for this one. He jumped at me! Fool. These guys are absolute fools. My name is Dustin, and this is another first play with the guys of New Game Plus, and Dungeons and Dragons Heroes is our new retro game of the week, Xbox exclusive. One of our first, if not our first, on the podcast to be Xbox exclusive. We're gonna hop right in. I would imagine there's going to be some emulation frustrations that we might notice. 150 years ago, Kingdom of Baal. Emulation problems because Xbox is not the easiest to emulate. A wizard arrives. And brings with him devastation and ruin. Hey! That looks pretty cool. 4 heroes rise to challenge him. If there's crystals involved and we've got 4 heroes, I'm thinking this is another IP altogether. Looks like we've got like our stereotypical class. Like we've got, what is he, a paladin or a knight? We've got our like rogue archer. We've got our barbarian dwarf. And a fight to the death. I don't hate these graphics so far. I mean, it's setting the tone, setting the story. I doubt we're going to see much of this in the actual gameplay itself. Very fantasy. It's making me think of Mace the Dark Age right now. For those retro gamers out there. And now, we are in the present day, 150 years later, in the Baal Crypts, coming back to life after that battle? Is that what's going on?
Freeze him, and his magic will be ours to control.
The dark wizard returns to life and seeks his vengeance.
These are the heroes who defeated Caden before?
They are, Your Excellency. Pardon the question, but do you think they might be able to defeat him again?
Against Caden, they are our only hope.
Hey, those are good voiceovers.
Let us hope Palor raises them all.
I have one request this week. If this game can make me feel as though I'm embarking on a D&D adventure, then it wins. Then it gets the points. It's what it needed to be, even if it's imperfect. All right, so we've got fighter, we've got rogue. Okay, so predetermined classes as I thought. A fighter, I think I was wrong there, but fighter human, rogue halfling, wizard elf, and a cleric dwarf. Or you can load a saved hero. Let's see. So this is probably going to be your most basic. Less health, but high damage. A lot of magic focus. Probably just, look, Nolan's going rogue halfling, Kenny's going wizard elf, or cleric dwarf. I could see him doing either. I'm just gonna be boring. Okay, we can name our hero. Look at that little twerp. We're gonna just stick with Aridin. Aridin is fine with me. Okay, we've got dual sticks. Walk through the nearby door to enter the tutorial. Walk past the memorial to continue to Baal Crypts. I'm probably going to need to do the tutorial. All right, we've got camera control on our right thumbstick, which is not kind of... Look, okay. Okay. It looks like we've got health and mana up in the top left under our name, the number of keys and pots we have. And then there's another bar there that I'm not entirely sure. On left bumper, or, trigger, we've got defend. Holding right, I'm able to select a few of these. I can throw a dagger, I can emit a war cry, or be in pursuit. Interesting. Our bumpers don't do anything. A is our attack. I just used some mana with X. Probably did avid pursuit, whatever that means. Okay. So this is... eventually, I'll be able to change these hotkeys. So I've got fiery oil. So those are changing my hotkeys. Look, I don't hate this setup right now, except I keep doing that. I don't need to do any other face buttons. Looks like mana slowly replenishes on its own. We probably need to do a tutorial. Here lies the great heroes of Castle Bell who gave their own lives to save a kingdom. How about we do tutorial together and then... What, is this the way to the tutorial island? Play tutorial. Once you enter the tutorial, you must complete it. Let's do it. If it's boring, I'll skip past it for you. So we just completed the tutorial and didn't learn much of anything new. In fact, it was everything that I kind of self-discovered within the first few seconds of looking at the screen. The only thing, if you press right on the thumbstick, you get the mini-map that pops up. Basically, everything else is what we had already predetermined it to be. So I have edited... my future self, at least, has edited that out of the first place so that we can get on to the better stuff. I think there's a slight delay whenever an action is taken, and we're going to all ignore that. Music is very what you would expect. Is that a chest? Yeah. Ah! There. Can't nobody touch me. Okay.
Before you go, I must tell you about the soul shards.
Yes.
In your final battle with Caden, he cast a curse upon the weapon you now hold. Your weapon's powers crystallized and scattered throughout the worlds.
Who's that guy in the background?
Soul shards. Find these shards to regain your ancestral weapon.
Nice.
In fact, one is stored in the crypt's magic repository. Begin your journey there.
Yeah. I like that idea of powering up a legendary weapon along the way. I also like the idea of being a legend of the past that is brought back. Find the soul shards in the magic repository. Some might say that I picked a boring character to play. They wouldn't be incorrect. New enemy type. Heck yeah. Okay, so that war cry, which I think I just used, increases my attack speed, or it should have. Maybe that was the one that does. I don't know. But they're dead. Oh, yeah. I'm moving. It looks... And then it just left. Someone is excellent at their job, and that someone is me. I found a secret area, and it's got a lot of gold. It's got more skeleton keys and some treasures. Another thunderstone. Let's see if we can find out what the thunderstone does real quick. Thunderstone creates a sonic boom. It's a usable item. Love that. I don't have any points to spend yet. Have not leveled up. So there are going to be secret areas. Of course there are. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. We're getting closer.
Don't attack. I'm Vasek, the caretaker of these crypts.
I like these little cutscenes.
I've seen more hobgoblins today than I saw in all of last year's raiding season. Best I can tell, they're after the Ankh of Evernear, but it can't fall into their hands.
That's definitely an Ankh.
The Ankh for me, I'll show you the way out and point you toward Castle Bale. All you have to do is get rid of those nasty creatures.
Nice. A little mini quest in order to get to the mega quest. Is that the opposite of mini? Or is it Mickey? Secure the Ankh of Evernear before it falls into the hobgoblin's hands. Whew. Come on. No? I'm going. I'm going. Oh, get out of here. He jumped at me. Fool. These guys are absolute fools. Whoo, we've got big traps now. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with this. He's running. He's running. My goodness. So we have leveled up considerably to get here. It's taken a lot long. The Ankh is right there. It's behind these explosive barrels, I think, right? Is this the Ankh? It disabled a trap. Okay. That's funny. We leveled up. We got a few armor pieces. You might notice that I'm wearing a leather helmet now, and I've got some leather shoes as well. We also found one soul stone that I think gives my sword a +1. Usually that would be to hit if you actually know Dungeons and Dragons, and not your attack. I found the other lever. And the Ankh. What we've come all this way for. There's gonna be a boss battle. There's gonna be something, right? I'm scared. I'm scared. Now I know to like unlock chests and run away from it, because I've learned many times from being attacked by them. And the Ankh? It's secured and nothing bad is ever going to happen to me in my life. Find a copy of Dungeons and Dragons, Heroes, and play it along with us this week. Send in your thoughts on the retro game of the week to ngppodcast@gmail.com or in our Discord channel. You can get all those links down below. Until then, I'm going to return the Ankh and defeat, what's his name, Chris, and become the legend that I once claimed to be. Until then, no boss fight.